Hello, welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my Clinton engines. I had, I think 9 of the 300 series, and I had 10 of the 700 series. I think that's what they're called. And I brought them all down to the garage. They were all bits and pieces. Most of them didn't have carbs, all different conditions. Some of them had been in the flood and were had the water drained out and some oil put in them after the flood. So I had to tear them all apart. Decided to take all the best pieces I could find and make as many engines as I could. So the 300 series, I think I wound up with 7 of those and 6 of the 700 series. They're still not all completely together because I got to make some sheet metal parts because I don't have some shrouds and some of the air deflectors. And here's a couple of them that I have done. Well, I guess there's 4. There's one of the 700 series and 3 of the 300 series. And they all run. Some of them smoke a little bit because the rings are kind of worn out, but they all do run. Now the 700 series is the one I don't have a shroud for 2 of them. And well, let me get this one up on the bench and I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Now I had 3 of these engines, but I only had 1 shroud. And I also only had 1 of these air deflectors, which goes right there. And this is one of them that needs the shroud and the air deflector. And I was able to use the original air deflector to make this pattern out of a piece of heavy paper. And I traced it out on some sheet metal and actually used the original to form the new one. And it didn't turn out too bad. Seems to function fine. So I'll show you how I'm going to do the shroud. Okay, what I did is I took the original shroud, the one that I had, that was the correct one, and I laid it on a piece of sheet metal and I traced it, kind of rolled it along, and traced the shape of it out. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the camera or not. It's probably kind of light, but that's the part that's going to go out around the edge, and then this is the shape for the front of it. I've already got one cut out. This is what it looks like after it's cut out, and then I put a little curve on it on my roller. And this is what that part looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I have an extra backing plate here. So I'm going to put this on this backing plate. Screws always go in a lot better when nobody's watching. And as you can see, I screwed up one of the holes, got it in the wrong spot, so I had to do a second one. Not going to hurt anything. Not something I'm proud of. It happens. Got a Phillips driver down here somewhere. Yep. This fits right on there, like so, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to hold this in place, and hopefully I'm going to be able to use my TIG welder to weld this. I haven't had very much experience with a TIG. I got it at a flea market, kind of self-taught. Haven't used it very much. Kind of thin metal, so I'm not sure what kind of results I'm going to have. So, bear with me. Okay, got some clamps on her and got her propped up in a position I think it's going to work. Let's see, get over here to the welder and get it fired up. Thinking about 20 probably for that thin stuff. Cut it off. Okay, it's the next day. I got it welded up. I got it on the engine. And I learned that I need a lot more practice welding thin stuff with the TIG. And I learned how to resharpen tungsten is really good, because I did a lot of that. And towards the end I discovered that when the tungsten got bad, it had a little ball on the end, and if I left that ball like that and I just laid the rod ahead of where I was going, it seemed to go pretty good. I got a few pinholes and a few wee-waws, but I'm sure it'll guide the air where it needs to go, and it gives the engine a little character. So that's what she looks like. That engine was originally mounted on this, which I believe was probably the base off a lawnmower, and they had this clutch assembly on it. So I'm going to tear that clutch assembly apart and see if I can get it all freed up, and might mount that back on that for display purposes. These engines, I'm not restoring them. Far from that. I just want to get them running. And because they're all different colors and bits and pieces, I'll paint most of them. The one that was pretty much all original, it was just lacking a carburetor, was this one. That's as close to being restored as I get them. And that one looked pretty good yet, so I just put some clear coat on that one. But when I get the rest of these done, get them all prettied up, I'll show you another video of them when I get them done. Thanks for watching, and if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want. Hopefully I'm going to have some more videos later on. See you later.